Hello and good evening. Today it is Sunday, July 5th, 2020, and for this video today, I will be discussing the Calgary Flames because it does appear that they are going to be at least wearing their retro third jersey for their designated home games once the NHL resumes later this month for the 2019-20 season. And when they resume, they will be playing the Winnipeg Jets in the qualifying round. So, notice that on Twitter, the Calgary Flames are using their retro logo from their retro third jersey as their profile picture on Twitter. Now, also notice that their profile or their background photo is of, I believe, Cam Talbot wearing the Flames' alternate retro uniform. And judging by this, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that the Calgary Flames will be wearing the red Throwbacks for the playoffs once the NHL resumes later this month. So they've got the profile picture and they've given it the retro treatment, and they've got a picture of the retro uniform in the background. To me, that is writing on the wall that the Flames will be at least wearing their red Throwbacks for the qualifying round when they play the Winnipeg Jets. Now, so far, the Calgary Flames have not said anything about their white Heritage Classic uniform they wore back in October against the Winnipeg Jets. So, in my opinion, it is still possible they could surprise us and wear that as their designated away uniform. But by the looks of things here, the Calgary Flames will be, by the looks of things, joining the Arizona Cardinals as yet another team, and also, sorry, I forgot to mention the Carolina Hurricanes, as yet another team planning on wearing a third jersey for their designated home games once the NHL resumes later this month. And hopefully the NHL is going to be able to pull this off. I mean, I've been hearing cases of more and more athletes testing positive for COVID-19, and I'm just hoping that they can pull this off and they can do this safely. And the only concern I do have right now, though, is that if the cases start picking up and more players keep coming down with COVID-19, I still believe it is very possible that this planned relaunch from the NHL, Major League Soccer, the NBA, and even Major League Baseball may not even get to happen at all. So hopefully that's not going to be the case, and hopefully everything will work out. But I hate to be that guy, but I still think there's a chance this may not happen at all. But if it does look like the Flames will at least wear their retro third jersey for their home games, which I think is great. So the next thing I'm going to do here is show you a recent photo that was posted to Twitter by the Calgary Flames on Canada Day, which was 4 days ago, not 4 years ago, my bad, as of the filming of this video. So as you can see here, this player is wearing the Flames equipment for their away uniform, not their throwback Heritage Classic uniform that they wore earlier this season against the Winnipeg Jets, who coincidentally they are playing in the qualifying round when the NHL resumes, So if the Flames were going to be wearing their throwback Heritage Classic uniform as the away uniform for the Flames when the NHL resumes, I would say that they would already have the players wearing it by now. I mean, is it possible that seeing it's the 40th anniversary and the Flames did bring that uniform back, that they may end up surprising the hockey world and especially their fans by going completely retro for the qualifying round? You never know. There's still time between now and the end of the month. And maybe the Flames do surprise us, but judging by this photo, I do think that the Flames are unfortunately going to be wearing their regular away uniform while at least giving us the throwback third jersey as the home uniform, which I'd rather have one jersey than neither in terms of the throwbacks. So I was going to say one thing though. If the Flames if they do end up wearing their throwbacks and surprising us and going completely retro for the qualifying round, then I would say that it is actually possible that the Flames may just go completely retro by the time the NHL and the rest of the world gets back to normal operations once we get past this pandemic. But as of right now, if the Flames are going to it's looking like they will most likely wear their regular away uniform, which tells me that going forward, I think that at least in the short term in the coming seasons, that it's probably going to be a situation where they keep the red throwback as a third and keep the Heritage Classic 80s white throwback as a fourth jersey once Adidas gets to launch the fourth jersey program that has been confirmed. Has been basically confirmed now that it will be happening. So that is something to watch as well. But as you can see, if there are players practicing in Calgary, which obviously they are judging by the logo at center ice in the Scotiabank Saddledome, obviously if they're wearing this uniform, then they're most likely, in my opinion, sadly not going to be wearing the Heritage Classic uniform. So, speaking of that uniform, I will wrap the video up by showing you a photo from the Heritage Classic earlier this season. This Flames uniform is my favorite Calgary Flames jersey for anybody curious to know. I think it would be so damn amazing if the Flames surprised us all and wore this for the qualifying round, and however further beyond they go beyond the qualifying round if they get there. It's a beautiful uniform, and I hope it's going to be worn beyond the few games that we got to see it used for this season. I think I know they wore it for at least 2 games. I don't know if they wore it beyond 2 games. They might have. I can't remember off the top of my head here. But I must say, I really do hope that this is the beginning of even if it's a bit of a slow transition, I hope this is the beginning of the Flames deciding to go full-time retro home and away permanently. These uniforms are so damn pretty in my opinion, and I must say, I will be honest, I am disappointed that it looks like the Flames are probably not going to wear this uniform for their away games in the qualifying round, but you know what? I will say this though. Am I ever glad to see that they are going to wear the retro third jersey as their designated home uniform for the second straight playoffs in a row? So I think that's definitely a positive. And that also tells me that it's still very possible that the Calgary Flames may actually end up going full-time retro in the next few years, within the next few years. But anyways, this is all definitely something to keep an eye on. As far as I know, Carolina will be wearing their third jersey as their home uniform for the upcoming qualifying round. And I've also already discussed the fact that the Coyotes have confirmed that they too will be wearing their third jersey as their designated home uniform with the very popular Kachina Throwbacks. And I honestly would not be surprised if we see the Coyotes go full-time retro within the next year or two. Now, with the ongoing pandemic, the transition may get delayed a little bit, which is understandable. But honestly, folks, I would not be surprised if we see at least the Coyotes go full-time retro in the next year or two. And I would not be shocked if the Flames end up not being too far behind the Coyotes. So anyways, folks, I'd love to hear what you viewers out there think. Do you think the Flames should go completely home and away retro for the qualifying round? I certainly think they should. And do you think that the Coyotes are going to go full-time retro within the next year or two? I think it's not a matter of if, I just think it's a matter of when. So I'd love to hear people's thoughts on this video. I am going to actually basically wrap this video up here. I hope that the Flames do end up going completely retro, but sadly it looks like they're only going to wear the retro third jersey and their regular away uniform, which to me, I'd rather see one of the two throwbacks than neither. So it's better than nothing, and that is a small win in my books. But anyways, folks, I hope you have enjoyed this video if you've stuck around to watch it, and all the way. And until my next video, folks, take care, and of course, as always, bye for now.